Female detective offered me a 10-year reduction in my sentence in exchange for entering the most dangerous prison to get close to the murderer who had brutally killed 14 young girls and find the location where he had buried the bodies. As I hesitated, I wanted to ask my father for advice, but my father believed that the prison was filled with terrifying madmen and that it was too dangerous. He told me to be patient and that he would find a way to get me released. But soon, bad news arrived. My father had suffered a stroke due to the stress of my situation and was now paralyzed and unable to move on his own. My father's girlfriend wanted me to accept the deal, otherwise my father might not survive much longer. Just as I was about to tell the female detective that I agreed to transfer prisons to get close to the psychopathic murderer, she told me I could be one of the candidates because there were others competing for the position as well. Soon after I faced the final interview, although the police department's higher-ups preferred another retired veteran, the female detective favored me more because I shared the same childhood experiences as the murderer. We both grew up in chaotic and broken families. The female detective wanted me to use these childhood memories as a starting point to approach the murderer. In the end, the female detective successfully persuaded her superiors to let me take on the job. The police created a new identity for me. Only the prison warden and the psychologist knew my true identity. The female detective would participate in the operation as my girlfriend. If necessary, I was allowed to make intimate gestures toward the female detective. Under no circumstances could the murderer detect any flaws. If I make a mistake and the murderer notices, the agreement will be void. I will be trapped here and continue serving my sentence. However, as soon as I approached the prison, I began to tremble with fear and wanted to back out. I was afraid of being trapped in this hell forever. After being comforted by the police, I finally made up my mind to fight to the death. After going through the standard prison admission process, I successfully entered this prison full of madmen. At that moment, the psychopathic murderer was repairing the boiler in the prison. He appeared somewhat dull on the surface, but with just a few simple words, he gained the trust of the guards and even had them pack his lunch. So I didn't see the murderer's figure in the dining hall at all. The murderer stayed in the boiler room until midnight before returning to his cell, and my plan was about to officially begin.